work, that's why. Yeah, so I'm doing a video basically because something's come up that I didn't want to come up, but I knew it probably would anyway. It's the check engine light. So this was the day after I did the Sport Cats, so I knew there probably wasn't a problem, but it's just annoying that it's come up like the day after. I thought it was like all good. I thought I'd just better check it just in case. I know there's some people online that done their like Sport Cats or D Cats or whatever, and like 3 days later it came up with a check engine light, and then they checked it with the diagnostics and that, and they found out it was actually something wrong with the car. So I thought it might have been like a big coincidence. I think their one was to do with like the secondary air filter, because there's a secondary air filter thing on this as well. You can do that yourself if you do have a problem. You can like take it off yourself, and then you just do like some WD-40 or something in it, and then blow into it to see if it's like working basically, and then put it back, and hey presto. Or you have to buy one. If you buy one, I think they're like £120. It's not too bad, and you can do it yourself. You don't need to get someone to do it for you. You can see it on the engine. It's like a circle, like that sort of shape, and it's silver, and there's like 2 of them. But I think it might only be the one that actually is the secondary air filter pump, or like the filter. I'm not 100% sure, but there's one there anyway. It basically just needs a good old clean out. So that's one thing you could sort out if it does come up with something to do with the secondary air filter. But mine wasn't that. I did the diagnostics, and it came up with it's the like something to do with the cats basically. It's saying that there's too much air in it or something. Basically, it's telling the car that something's going on and that's not quite right. But that's obviously because I've done the Sport Cats, so there's obviously more air going through the exhaust now, so that's the reason why it's flagging up. So I thought, because it's Maserati, if you get a warning sign come up that's not actually a bad thing, it would tell the car that it is a bad thing, and then because it's Maserati, it would just go into limp mode and then just die. So that's what I thought might happen, but it's running fine. There's no like, it hasn't lost any power. There's no like symptoms of anything happening or of it going into like limp mode or anything. So I'm just watching the car in front of me. They've got a dog, and it's literally like half of its body is out, its paws are out, and it's a small dog, and it's just like out of the window, just like looking around. But it looks like it's going to fall out, so I'm just trying to keep an eye on it just in case it does. But yeah, so I've got a check engine light on, so I didn't want to do anything to do with like tuning yet. I know that I said that if I tune it, apparently it's not classed as a stage 2, but a lot of people say that it is, so that's just the one rematch place that have told me that, oh no, it don't really like count as like stage 1, stage 2 or whatever, even though on their website they've got stage 1, stage 2. So I've been told anything to do with like when you put in like an aftermarket air filter, if it's just like a drop-in one, but a performance one, and then Sport Cats, if you do them 2 things, that's considered as basically a stage 2. Yes, it's better to probably get a full cat back system, so do like the middle section and the rear mufflers as well, but you don't have to. It's mainly to do with the Sport Cats is where you get the power from. So Sport Cats and the air filter, as long as you've got them 2 things, you can technically get a stage 2. So I was going to do a stage 2, but I wanted to get some other bits done first. I wanted to at least get done like the long tube headers before doing a stage 2 tune, or like, well, and then eventually I wanted to get the rear mufflers done as well, but that ain't going to happen yet because this engine light's come on. So now I need to really focus on that, because I don't want it to just be on there for ages, just in case my car starts to decide to, oh, there's something seriously wrong, and then it starts going into like a weird limp mode, which I'm not sure it would do. But what I was going to do was do the long tube headers first, and then I was going to do the rear muffler, and then I was going to do like the tune. That's what I was going to do. And I don't know, I think I've got to do the tune now, because where it's come up with this check engine light, I need to sort it out. Sorry, there's a wasp stuck on my windscreen. Well, on this side, and it's just like hanging on for dear life. It's like, what the fuck? So it's just quite funny just to seeing it literally like, well, it's basically petrified by the looks of it. It's literally just on like my window like that. Just fuck. Oh, we're not going fast. It's just you see his little like antennas like going in the wind. He's probably thinking, fuck me, this car's fucking fast and loud. But I'm not even going that fast anyway. But obviously to the wasp, it thinks I'm fucking going really fast, and it's probably really loud like that. I've noticed I've only driven around for 300 miles since I've had this Sport Cats done with the X-Part resonators, and the more I drive it around, the better it's getting. That's the sound I was trying to explain. The sound's coming back, which is what I lost, the exotic sound, because it used to just sound like a trumpet. Now if you put your foot down, it's got that like that, so you can sort of like hear it a bit better. It's more of a V8 now than just a trumpet, like a straight piped trumpet basically. It's what it sounded like. But now I've put the resonators on it, it's made it like bring back that sound, and the Sport Cats has just made it more aggressive as well. So definitely aggressive, more pops and everything to do with the Sport Cats. But I think if I didn't put the resonators on the X-Pilot, it would have just been too raspy. Now we're starting to get that sound back, which is really nice. But anyway, back onto the check engine light. So I've asked some people if I could just quickly do a tune basically, because they keep saying, oh, there's no point and all this stuff unless it's a check engine light. I said, well, there is. I don't know if I've got to do the full price, because it's just, I want them to tell the car that it's got Sport Cats. It's not really like a proper tune. But then I suppose they've still got to take it all apart and everything, and they've got to get into it and remap it and all that sort of stuff. So I suppose I've got to pay the full thing. Or I could just ask them, because where I've got one guy to do it, and I'm not even sure if they even did it, because after the dyno I only had like 400 horsepower, so I'm not even sure if they even remapped it properly. Like I said, to only get 400 horsepower from a dyno is a bit weird. When they like say, oh yeah, you can get like 460 out of it. I know I'll lose some, but to lose that much, it doesn't seem right. I'll probably get the other guys to remap it, because one, they're just more advanced, I think, and they can do a dyno tune, where I didn't do a dyno tune with this one. So dyno tune is just better because they're tuning it as they're on the dyno, and it's basically like you're going around driving the car and they're tuning it. That's basically what it is, rather than just being like parked up. So it'd probably make it a bit better. Not sure how much better. I mean, that's probably another good live video as well. I mean, the difference between a stationary tune and a dyno tune. So I could do a dyno tune with them and see if there's any difference, see if I gain anything out of it. I don't know. So I just wanted just to update you on what's next basically. I need to just do a stage 2, I suppose you can call it a stage 2 tune. I'm going to call it a stage 2 because that's what I've always been told. If you've done like Sport Cats and the air filter, it counts as a stage 2, so that's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to do a stage 2 tune to get rid of this check engine light. Hopefully, because they always say when you do Sport Cats as well, they say like you gain like 20 horsepower allegedly, like 18, 20 horsepower, something like that. And they always say like it's basically like it's once you tune it you get that like horsepower. So they always say that if you do Sport Cats or like D Cats and then it needs a tune to get that power. But then I was told, oh no, you would only gain like 1 horsepower more or something, unless it's got a check engine light and then get it tuned. But I don't think that's correct. I think if you get Sport Cats then tune it, I think that you're going to gain more horsepower, right? Surely. That's the whole point of Sport Cats, I would have thought. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do the stage 2 tune, but get dyno tune. I was going to do the pop bang map because I've got Sport Cats now, but I've decided not to because, as you heard on that car, sounds shit. I heard one earlier as well. It actually scares the shit out of me sometimes. I'm just driving around with like the window down. The car goes past. It doesn't sound like it had a sport exhaust. It's just like driving, and then it just went bang. And I was driving, I was like, fucking hell, and then it started like going like loads of pops and bangs. I was like, Jesus Christ. If it's that loud, like on like a Ford Fiesta, can you imagine what it's like on this? Fucking be ridiculous. Sometimes it's just annoying, isn't it? Like bang, 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 bang all the time. I mean, you'll probably get the police like basically pulling you over. That's what I reckon will happen. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little insight to what I'm going to be doing next. Get this check engine light off, stage 2 tune. We'll do the dyno run as well. We'll do it like maybe before and after. I think they do that. So I'll do like a before just to see what the Sport Cats have added, and then we'll do their tune and see if it adds more. If it adds a lot more than 1 horsepower, then that means that they were bullshitting about there's no such thing as a stage 2. So that's another video actually I could do. Yeah, that'd be actually a good one to see if stage 2 exists. Basically, does it add on just the 1 horsepower, or does it add on like another 15 or 20 horsepower because you're doing a stage 2? And then I can say to them like, oh, I thought you said that I would only gain 1. So now technically I've got an excuse actually, because I was gonna get them to reset it just so I've got an excuse to get it done again, because they said they wouldn't actually remap it if it's already got a remap. So now I've got the check engine light, I've got an excuse to get them to tune it, and then I can see, did it add on quite a bit more? So I'm going to ask them, do the dyno first to see 1, how much is added on, like from the Sport Cats, and then 2, I can see what it's like before they tune it. And then if they do a tune and then it adds only like 1 or 2 horsepower, and then that means that they are correct. There's no such thing as the stage 2, it's just a remap. If it goes up to like at least 10 horsepower, 10 to 15 horsepower, which is what they reckon you'll get from a stage 2, then that means there is such thing as the stage 2. So that's why I'm doing all these videos and these little tests, just to see what works, if the manufacturers are lying, are you gaining what you should be gaining. Oh, it sounds really nice now, look. It's got that little, do you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's got like a little like, it's like a rumble that it does. So it sounds like that is coming back, the exotic sound. I don't know if you can hear it, but it doesn't sound like a trumpet. Where before, if I put my foot down, it's literally, like, it just sounds really fucking weird. Just like, it sounds like you're blowing through a fucking pipe. It's that vibration, but now it's got that little like, you can hear it sort of like ticking over. It's hard to explain, but you get what I mean. It's losing that trumpet sound and it's gaining the V8 back. Which is what it should be like. I mean, X-Pipe with the resonators and Sport Cats, it makes it sound so much better. That just, see, it doesn't sound like a straight piped car now. I mean, with the X-Pipe with no resonators, it sounded absolutely shite. Now it sounds lovely. It sounds just right. I'm not sure if I want to do the long tube headers. I'm not sure if it's going to make it too raspy again. I'm not sure. Long tube headers, you'll get more gains, but apparently it makes it really raspy. Where the short tube it's like the best of both. You won't gain as much, but you still gain some, and it will make it sound better, but slightly not as raspy, so it'd be like a deeper tone, which might be better to do. Plus it's cheaper to do, it's easier to install. I'm not sure if you've got to like drop the engine lock, because it looks quite complicated. It's right up there. Where the cats are, you've got to put them onto the cats and it goes onto the engine, and they're about that long. So it looks quite difficult to put on. I'm not sure if they can do it from underneath or not, if that means that they've got to drop the engine, which is going to be costly. If they've got to drop the engine, you've probably got to spend about £1,000 to then just doing the work, I reckon, and that's without them actually making the exhaust, and the exhaust is probably going to be like 1,500 to £2,000. So you're probably looking at about £3,000 just to do the headers. But allegedly, you could gain, I think it's like anywhere from, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but a lot of people like lie about these figures from long tube headers. They say you can gain up to, I think it's like anywhere from 25 to 50 horsepower from like long tube headers on the Maserati, but I really have no idea. I don't know if these figures are right. I don't know if it's more like you'll probably only gain 15 or 10. I'm sure you'll probably gain at least 20, because this Sport Cat you can gain like allegedly 18. Saying that though, I mean, the guys told me that it's probably more like 5, so I would say you probably at least gain 10, right? At least, surely you gain at least 10. That's what I would have thought. But I don't really want to spend loads of money, but I definitely want to get it all done, just so I know all the exhaust has been done. I'm not 100% on if I'm going to do like the rear mufflers, because the back box mufflers are quite restricted. I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of it, because it might make it too drony and loud. A lot of people that do the exhaust do just like the X-Pipe Sport Cats and that's it, or they might do the headers. But everyone always says, as soon as I say about the rear mufflers, like, oh no, don't, because it'd be too loud. But does it really make it that loud? I'm not sure. I'm sure it does. Oh god, I'm trying to park in this awful tight space. I don't like this bit. I always nearly curved my wheels on this bit. That's a downside to this car actually, is it's quite easy to curve your wheels. You can't really see. Plus I don't like these alloys on these sort of like high-end cars. I've noticed like the alloys always stick out like outside of the tyre, so they're like really easy to curve, where other cars they're quite far in, aren't they, and you'll just scrape the tyre, which is probably better to scrape the tyre a little bit rather than do alloys. So I definitely need to refurb these. So I'll do another video on what I need to do to this car, probably like call it like tender loving care or TLC or something. So anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure about the rear mufflers yet. The only reason I probably would do that is if basically I get the Lurini or whatever it's called, Lurini? If I'm saying that right. Because they got the valves, didn't they? But then my valves aren't working in this car anyway, which means it's either an easy fix or it's not an easy fix, which is that to do with the electronics. I'm not sure, like under the hood somewhere, and then it's quite expensive to fix, and then that means that it'll be pointless anyway. But then do I want valves to be in my car or not? I'm not sure. So I just need to do this stage 2 tune, just get rid of this engine light. We'll do a dyno before and after, see what it's pushing out, and we'll go from there, and then see about doing the exhaust, like either the back box first and then the headers, or the headers in the back box. It'll probably be the headers actually, but we'll see. But for now I'm just going to get something to eat as I've just finished work, and probably chill out, do some admin stuff which is boring, but I need to do it because obviously I need to start working hard, well harder, get more people in, because I want to get my Lamborghini, right? that's the aim. More important stuff is to get this car than a house, right? No, I'll push that for a house next, maybe Lamborghini, not sure, but we'll see. So hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.